GunnQCJr here, back with Sniper Donut and Meta, who's always so thrilled to be doing anything. He's not. And we're here at the Stage Select Gaming Expo. So we don't know a lot of what's going on here, but it's gonna get more later. And yeah, so we'll see what happens when things get started. Master Chief.
Don't know how to play this game. Wow, my ring sucks.
Oh god.
Wow. Oh man.
Holy crap, that was close.
You do the exact same thing over and over.
I know, right?
More hit slide special as well.
Ow, stop. How do you use a special?
Wow, now the table's confirmed.
Max, teach me!
I got one.
Is that a perfect victory?
Yeah. No, you got one hit.
I got one hit. Okay, thank God.
No one knows how these games work. You just
just
tap
hit
the same thing over and over and over until something happens. That's it.
How did you do that?
I failed anyway.
Wait, what is this random pedestrian walking by?
Oh my god. You won by doing nothing.
Okay.
Importance.
You know what? I'm gonna call
Generally
it.
wins by doing absolutely nothing.
As usual.
Yeah.
Now let's start.
Seriously?
I'm a madman. So, it's only been like a month into development?
Yeah, well, we started our pre-production at the beginning of the year, but we've really only been in production for about a month and a half to like 2 months. There's been a lot of changes at the beginning, but what we have here is about a month and a half of solid production work.
And where would you say you're getting a lot of inspiration from the game?
We're definitely inspired by games like Orcs Must Die, games like Sanctum, but also games like Gears of War as well. We kind of started off, the concept was sort of like a horde mode concept, but then we wanted a lot more like strategy in there.
So like the original concept was to like defend a core location,
Right.
but have it more about defense and fortification, like bringing defenses to your base, building structures that like help to defend against like hordes and hordes of enemies. So that's kind of the general concept. And then with the theme, it's kind of like a old school, like old sci-fi. So like
Right.
World War II, like cheesy robots, like that kind of theme.
The inspiration is from movies like War of the Worlds, like like the old War of the Worlds, the 1953 version. So
Yeah.
I can see.
that's where kind of like the backstory is, but it's not meant to be a story-heavy game. It's
No.
more about the gameplay.
Yeah, I get it.
Ultimately, it's going to be 4 players,
Okay.
four player co-op.
4 classes.
And there's 4 different classes as well. Right now we only have the 1 class because it's still pretty early. So
Alright.
there's going to be 4 different classes. Each class is going to have a different loadout. Like right now you're playing sort of the heavy weapons, like old school veteran. So he's really explosive, big, bombastic weapons.
Yeah.
So you know there'll be like a scientist type character who uses more experimental stuff. Like those are the type of direction that we're going to go with.
I see it's on the Xbox One. Is it gonna be on all systems or?
Well, we're still working on trying to get it on more platforms, but for now it's going to be on the Xbox One, and it's going to be on Steam.
Okay.
So those 2 platforms are going to be first, and then we're still working to try to get on other platforms, so it's not entirely certain yet, but for sure it's going to be on the Xbox One and on Steam. So.
They're gonna be more like game modes, you think?
But there's going to be like probably some sort of like a single player like element to the game, but it's going to be more like an arcade experience. So you're going to jump in with your friends, you're going to go through a bunch of levels, and that's the type of experience that we're going for. And there'll be like an endless mode, so you can play it until you die, basically. That's the current plan right now. It's supposed to be a little bit less serious, a little bit more like just jump in and play.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much for your time, gentlemen. So, Fantasy PI game, you and your decided?
Yes, we have.
And how far into development is it?
We're actually really close to release. We're hoping to send it off to the Apple App Store next week.
Oh, yeah.
Well, in 2 weeks, I guess, a week and a half. In the next 7 days.
That's exciting.
It's exciting. We've been working on it for about 18 months. It's just the two of us, and we've had a couple people doing sound design for us.
Okay.
We've had two, I teach as well, so two of my former students were working on art assets.
Well, that's cool.
Yep.
Is it, so it's a puzzle game?
Yes, puzzle, adventure kind of game. We both used to work at LucasArts. I don't know if you remember.
Oh, yeah, I know LucasArts.
Yes, so I worked my first
Big
game.
fan.
You are?
Oh, yeah.
What's your favorite LucasArts game?
A lot of Star Wars.
A lot of Star Wars stuff? My
Star Wars
husband worked
stuff.
on some Star Wars stuff. Yeah, I did. I worked on a thing called Galactic Battlegrounds.
Okay.
That was a long time ago. Yeah, so we wanted to make a game with that kind of adventure style tradition. We really like that kind of really rich world.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of game we wanted to make, so it's the kind of game we made.
It seems to have come out quite well. It's very storyline based.
Yep. Okay, so I'd like to qualify that. There is definitely a story. It's a game about a paranormal investigator whose clients are ghosts. And your first client is a guy named Marshall Stacks. He's a musician, and he's a disembodied ghost. He has no legs, and that's not his problem.
Yeah.
He actually likes his life, his afterlife, but he's being pestered by a poltergeist who's a bully and keeps on stealing all his stuff. Your job as Cecil is to come in and get Marshall Stacks' stuff back and banish the poltergeist. Basically, restore his peaceful afterlife, and that's your job as a paranormal investigator.
And it's intended for the touchscreen?
We designed it for the touchscreen, but we took it to PAX East and GDC, and a lot of people were saying they would really like to see it on Steam.
I like to see it on Steam, yeah.
Yeah, we have it on the Surface too. We didn't bring the Surface today, but we do have a Surface built. We wanted to make it, because the iPhone is so beautiful too, we wanted to put a lot of detail into it, and it's really nice. The resolution is incredible.
Yeah.
But then, it's like you get to look at the work bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's like, oh, it's still really nice.
I always find, I have some games on my iPhone. A lot of them are just mindless, busy work, but I really enjoy the ones that have, a nice story and take you a while to think about.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I've done a couple like that. You have to find things, solve puzzles. And I really enjoyed those.
Our games might be for you then. So our game, you can play the narrative way. You can play with getting through the puzzles as quick as you want. There is narrative backstory. There's narrative backstory on what happened to Marshall Stacks. There's narrative backstory on why the house is haunted and what's going on with the hauntings in the house. But none of these things are critical path essential.
Right.
It's just there's ways that you can play.
They're collectibles.
Yeah, we have a lot of collectibles. We have a journal that you can go through. We have collectible cards. We have achievements, achievement center. We also have achievement cards. So if you, for example, the first time you go through this space-time rift kind of thing, you get a card that says, you travel the rift. And it's really fun because the art for these cards were made by artist friends of ours from across North America.
Right.
So each one is done by a different artist.
Wow.
So it's like a gallery. We printed them up for the artists. So each one, there's the rift in space, is this one is done by Matt Hamill, who made Asteroid Base, which is an amazing game.
Okay.
That's one of my favorites. Every time you get your butt burned,
your biscuits are burning.
We have another character named Fanty. That was mine. I did that one. Okay.
It's nice.
Lots of different cards and lots of different experiences in the game.
Alright.
Puzzles are harder and harder and harder.
As you progress?
Yeah.
Alright. Sounds very interesting.
Thank
I'm
you.
definitely going to take a look into it. Thanks for your time.
Alright, thank you.